What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is the Shy Season 3, Episode 6. Woo, woo, woo. Now, a lot's going on in this season, a lot of inconsistencies, but the storyline with Kiesha is more and more interesting and is starting to develop more. And also, we lost a good person in this episode. Now, I do a recap of the episode, and at the end of the video, I give a review of what I thought. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, bang that bell so I can get to 30k subs. And if you enjoy the video, hit that like, recommend it to others. Now, when the episodes start off, we see Kiesha and she's in her bedroom, like drawing a picture of a cake. And so, of course, we're wondering, what is it, her birthday or something? And then it flashed back to we seeing her, and she's at the pancake house with her brother Kev, and she taking pictures saying happy birthday. And so he trying to be cool. He ain't trying to be all, photogenic and stuff. And she said, hey, no matter what, you gonna be my little brother. And so she gave him a little birthday present. It was like a photo album with pictures that he ain't seen in a while. And so he's like, oh man, where you get these? He say from dad's. And so he happy or whatever. They get him a big old stack of pancakes. And so the people there, they know him and everything. And so it was, a cool little birthday for him, the last birthday. Now he's having a birthday and she's not there, and he don't have her there with him, and it's hard on her. And then we see Omari, the weirdo that got her kidnapped. He snapped his fingers and she get on the floor in position for him to comb her hair, and he just all whispering weirdo stuff all in her ear. And next thing you know, we hear somebody banging at the door, and so they both are kind of wondering what's going on. Then the banging continues, so he go upstairs to check it out, and she's starting to wonder what's going on. Maybe this may be her chance. Lo and behold, it's old rusty Ronnie, and he banging on the door trying to get in. And so when the dude finally come, he like, hey, what's up? He like, hey, did you hear that noise the other night, the blackout? And like, yeah, man, you always hear something, man. Me and my wife thought we heard something or whatever. He like, oh, okay, can I use the bathroom? I ain't got a pot to busy. And dude was hesitant at first, but after Ronnie kept pushing, he let him inside to use the bathroom. And so Ronnie come in, he all looking around, nosy, and he said, it's a nice place. And he say, well, yeah, the bathroom upstairs. So he lets Ronnie in his house, a bum that he don't know. Ronnie even showed him the bum cart. He lets him go unaccompanied upstairs into his house. And so Kiesha can hear him walking around in the house. And while he going, he looking for the bathroom. He could have been going all through his stuff or anything. And old boy decided to turn the TV up because Kiesha started screaming in the basement. And Ronnie could hear it in the vents. And she's still trying to scream and say something or whatever. But he wasn't quite able to pinpoint what was going on, and he came downstairs and say, you hear that? And he lucky because old boy was about to upgrade him from alcoholic to crackhead, because he was about to crack him upside the head with that trophy, and Ronnie would have been down for the count along with Kiesha. But he luckily turned, and it ended up being nothing, and he left. And Kiesha was still struggling. Meanwhile, we see Kev mama and Dre, they trying to get together to get him a little present for his birthday. She's struggling, saying she never know what to do without Kiesha for him. Kev come out, they give him a hug, and they saying, hey, we want you to come for a dinner at home. He's saying he already had plans with his friends. And so they say, well, look, come through and then you do what you need to do. And so he reluctantly agreed. Drea gave him some money for his birthday, so he happy, he ready to roll. Meanwhile, we see Emmett is now working with Tiff, and she going to cop from where she normally get her little stuff from. So they got to look into this camera and make sure everything is good. Then this little young Debo come out, open the door, and let him in. So once they come inside, you see it's some type of warehouse, weed growing situation, and so she trying to get what she normally get. They don't have it. She trying to get something else or whatever. Emmett over there checking out everything, and he hear the price, so he like, hey, why don't she get a discount? Y'all doing this or that? They like, hey, we don't do discounts. You need to talk to him. He say, let me talk to the manager. They about to throw him out. Next thing you know, we see the manager is Brandon's cousin, and so we see that they talking or whatever. He happy to see him, and he like, hold on, man, what's going on? And so they let him know what's up. They like, oh, you work here? He said, nah, man, I own this place. And so Emmett like, oh, okay. And so next thing you know, he's in there with the boss. Across town, we see Jim and Kev roller skating, holding hands, all puppy loved out, and so they having a good little roller skating time, and so they go and have a sit down, and so she say she go invite some of her friends over. They have a little smooch, little kiss, and then he go ahead and hit up his friends trying to see what's up. And so she inviting her friends. She say, come on, let's do one more skate. He say, hold up, let me use the bathroom. And then we see later, Omari come down and he pissed. He like, I heard you. Why you trying to get daddy in trouble? Huh? He got his fist balled up like he was gonna beat her, but he didn't actually beat her, but he did grab her up, scare her a lot, and start basically explaining why he has her kidnapped, saying that she reminded him of his first crush, and she had pretty hair, and she returned him down for a football player. Next thing you know, she was sleeping with everybody and got kids and got fat. He said, I couldn't save her, but I'ma save you. So he got some old perverted view of what he's doing, thinking he's actually doing something good when he's not. Later we see Trig chilling at Red Joe house, and then he hear a knock to the door. He go and check. It's Jake. He let Jake in. He like, hey, look, Red said he stashed 50 stacks in case of emergency. Where he stashed it at? And Jake like, I don't know. This is Reg. Jake tell me he ain't never had no money. I think he lying. And he said, look, man, Reg wasn't lying, man. Where's that? You lying. He said, man, I ain't lying, man. What are you talking about? He say, man, what are you talking about, man? If you had some money, you wouldn't be needing this. You wouldn't be trying to do that. He like, you know what? You need to be with me, man. I'm here to look out for you, man. Duda, he ain't got your best interest at heart. He say, man, I'm good. And so then he hear on the news Duda mama talking, and just so happened Duda, of course, is watching it, and he hear her talking about he ain't shit. And trust me, a mama knows. And so he pissed, and if Rose is pissed, she said, that bitch. He said, easy now, that is my mama. She said, yeah, but she just endorsed your opponent. He said, look, leave it alone. We ain't gonna respond to this. And so she ain't say nothing, but she obeyed, it seemed. Meanwhile, Emmett getting half baked over here with Hannibal, Brandon's cousin, and he over here always got some old little calculations and weird stuff he doing over there, and so he got loose strands and stuff he done made, and Emmett over there tweaking hard, and so he come at him after he done tweaked a little, and he like, look, instead of giving us this extra stuff, how about we pay for it, and then how about we just get a discount or whatever. And he's like, I don't give discounts so you could become my competitor. And so he worked it out, and it looked like he gonna give him like a 15% discount. Now, once they got out, Tiff like, man, why you always trying to make stuff a business meeting? He like, man, I'm a hustler. I'd rather do this than work 9 to 5. And so she said, yeah, that's cool, but you need to get you a job. Meanwhile, we see at the roller rink, some young girls is over there talking about his sister missing, so he got mad. He go over there and he like, man, how the hell them girls know about my sister, man? I told my people don't talk. And then they came over like, hey, Kevin, and he just peeled out on them. Meanwhile, across town, we see Maisha, and she's sitting there with Papa, and he all trying to hold her hand, and she keep pulling away. He like, come on, when I'm gonna be able to let it go public and let everybody know I love you? She like, look, every time we go public, that's when the drama starts. Let's just stay low key for now, like they some type of celebrity couple or something. So they going to pick up a cake from Kev. These people done spelled the damn name wrong. They don't know how to spell Kevin. So he like, man, you don't know how to spell Kevin? They like, how you spell it? With bad attitude. He like, fix it. So they take it back and fix it, and they just made it worse, really. And so he ended up taking the cake reluctantly anyway. Meanwhile, we see Miss Ethel. She done got on a nice little Sunday Easter outfit. She looking for a red lipstick. I can't go nowhere without my hooker lipstick. And he says, right there in your hand, Grandma. Say, oh, okay, I'm ready. How I look? Help me with my coat there, baby. And so he help her with the coat, and she ready to go on, go step in the name of love. Meanwhile, Papa walking, talking with Maisha or whatever. And then next thing you know, he saying how much he care about her. He go for the hand, trying to hold her hand, and this big goofball drops the cake. And she like, man, he like, I knew it. Oh man, I shouldn't have tried to hold your hand and the cake. I knew I couldn't do it. She said, well, why you try? Because I like holding your hand. And she's like, oh, you so sweet. He like, you know what? Forget it. They messed up on the cake anyway. And so he'd rather hold her hand than hold this damn boy's birthday cake. Just dropped it on the floor. And then he just walked off and left it. I mean, I guess they couldn't take it with him, but damn. I mean, anyway. So we see Tiff going to sell to one person, Miss Cleo, and she talking about, well, I don't have no money. I would have let you know, but my phone run on Wi-Fi, and it was acting up. And me like, well, we'll be back. She said, well, how about this? How about I give you a reading for my flowers? And so she go, and Tiff like, okay. He like, man, what the hell? And so she go ahead and, just blaze. And so he like, she said, go ahead, give a reading. Y'all lovers. You got the love. He like, yeah, I be loving. And then she pull out that. She like, uh-oh, the three sword of hearts. Hell yeah, it's drama. He like, man, what you talking about? She like, yeah, you got a wandering eye. She like, who you cheating with? He like, man, how you coming at me on something I ain't even did? She say, you know what? The problem is you, your dick. Yeah, her coochie ain't gonna never be enough, and you always gonna have a wandering eye. And he like, man, what type of crap is this, man? I didn't come here to get into it with my girl. And so then when they leave, she all on Emmett talking about, you better not be cheating and this and that. And he like, man, I'm with you. I ain't cheating. You my one and only. I love you. And so she like, yeah, okay, better. Meanwhile, we see Jake, and he over at the basketball court with Trig trying to play. And then next thing you know, Trig like, man, what's up, man? You always mad? What, you want to fight me? What's the matter? He like, man, why you leave, man? He said, man, I wasn't a man yet. I need to go somewhere to be with a man. He said, oh, okay, so you gonna leave us by ourselves. He said, hey, look, man, if you mad, you wanna fight me? You got your fist balled up, man. What, you wanna hit me or something? I mean, go ahead, hit me. Go ahead. And so next thing you know, Jake throw this little weak punch or whatever, and it hit him, and he acted like it, did a little damage to him. He like, okay, all right, yeah, well, I ain't gonna be your punching bag, you know what I'm saying? So you need to decide what's going on, man. And so, and they basically trying to get some type of understanding. Meanwhile, we see that Omari trying to feed Kiesha, and she try to manipulate him and say, touch him, say, if I'm good, can I have something? Meanwhile, we see at Otis Perry house, Duda Mama is there talking with Rose, and she like, yeah, here, sign this. And she pull out the cigarette. She said, don't smoke in here. She like, whatever. And she see the little money. She like, oh, it's gonna cost more than 10 racks. And then she threw another one. So then next thing you know, she put that cigarette out real quick, and she was ready to go ahead and sign on the dotted line. And so she said, anyway, why did you do that interview? And she said, cause she's a cold-hearted bitch, remind me of me when I was young, and she make a better mayor than my son. He said, oh, okay, thanks, mama. Now get the hell out. And so she didn't know that he walked in, and Rose didn't know either. She know he gonna be mad. He said, I was just getting ready to trust your ass again. Meanwhile, we see Ronnie taking Miss Ethel out, and she go and talking to him. She say, I used to own this place. He said, hey, look, she in the twilight, but she all right. And so they let him in or whatever. He like, all right, OG. And she like, oh yeah, I need to go ahead and go to the stage and announce the band. And next thing you know, it's like the stripper show. Male strippers, and Suede come out, and he got another group of people coming out. And so she like, Ronnie, what is this? Why you take me here? He say, well, that's where you had me take you. You want to go? She's there, Suede dancing in front of her. She like, well, hold on. Oh, now, give me some dollars, Ronnie. Give me some dollars. Oh, nice. Don't spend it all in one place. And the next thing you know, she was getting her groove back. She was getting all hot and bothered. Meanwhile, we see Kev eating his little pancake breakfast with Gemma. And she done got him some type of Apple MacBook or something. And so she like, hey, happy birthday. He like, oh, thanks. He like, yeah, I just wanted to be happy. And so then they go ahead and have a little kiss or whatever. And so she looking all sad. And he like, what's wrong? She like, those girls, it was my fault. And he like, what are you talking about? She like, I told my mother about your sister and how I would be a mess if it was me. And I guess she must have told their moms. He like, man, why would you tell your mother? I didn't want you to tell nobody. It wasn't her business. He like, I know. I didn't know that would happen. I was just trying to help. He like, what? By buying me stuff? What, you want me to make you feel better about what I'm going through? Like, man, he left. Meanwhile, we see that Trig then came to some abandoned little house or something, and they looking for stuff where Reg could have found it. And in a few minutes, he find this little wall that looked like his suspect. He poked some holes in it, stick his hand in there. He grabbed the bag just that fast. He already knew where to go. And so Jake is like, what? And he like, yeah, I thought he was lying, huh? He like, look, I got this money so I can get a lawyer for you, man. Hey, I ain't gonna spend this money on the lawyer if you want to stay with Doodah. And he like, hold on, he hears somebody coming. So he go up against the wall. He hear the footsteps come. Once dude get closer, he beat him down. And so Jake like, man, that dude worked for Doodah. He like, yeah, I know. They've been following us all day, man. I think you're trying to kill me. He like, man, well, why you had me with you all day? They would have killed me. He say, nah, Doodah needs you, man. You don't have to worry about that, man. He said, man, you ain't no different than him, man. You use me too. He said, man, Doodah the one that killed Reg. He said, man, Wild Boys killed Reg. He say, nah, Doodah did that so it wouldn't come back on him, man. He the one that did that, man. You gonna have to choose. You gonna be with me or him. And so then we see Doodah, and he over there talking to the news about the comments that his mom made. And he said, you know, she got mental illness, but, you know, that's unfortunate. But what Camille Harris said, hey, what do you think about this? And it was playing that she was dissing people that believe in God. And so we see Miss Esther, and she over here talking and entertaining the whole club now, telling them stories about when she owned the place and the Black Panthers. And she said, I was gonna be one, but I didn't want to wear black all the time. I needed to look fly on Easter Sunday. And so she was Ronnie, hey, I give a toast to that. And so everybody all happy, and you know, she done told a couple old timey stories. And so she said, all right, I'm about to go, y'all. And so she go ahead and Ronnie escort her out of there, and everybody say bye, whatever. It was like a last shining moment because she had her memory back and was all there. And she get back, she tired, she want to lay down. Ronnie help her in the bed, take her shoes off. She say she cold, so he get a blanket. By the time he put the blanket on her, she done already passed. He like, Grandma. He try to put his head to see if he feel her breathing. He don't feel nothing, and that's when he knew that she was gone. And at least she went peaceful. And it was at least one last little moment, shining moment, that she had her memory back and stuff. But I felt bad for Ronnie in that moment. Now we see everybody decorating for Kev's surprise birthday party, and right when he was about to come in, he got a phone and a call in the hallway from Kiesha. It was blocked though, and so he like, hello, but nobody say nothing. And the dude is holding the phone, but she ain't say nothing. She just was listening to him. And then Kev hung up, and so after he hung up, dude gonna say to her, you happy now? I mean, like, that would, she was crying, so hurt, and tried to smile, but I mean, that dude is nuts. And so Kev is getting text from Gemma, but he ignoring it. He come inside, flip the lights, everybody yelling surprise. He's surprised, everybody happy for him, giving them hugs, giving them presents. Papa done gave this boy a bibble, and so he like, man, what in the world? And so Papa just a little too corny. Everybody gave him little presents or whatever. Jake then hooked him up with a watch or whatever. He been feeling like he doing one. And so everybody there, his friends or whatever, they all, you know, give him his little pancakes since Papa dropped a real cake on the floor, and so he go ahead and he like, "Oh, you remember it?" She like, "Of course we remember. What kind of mother would I be?" And so they say make a wish, and then he get real serious. So I'm just assuming he wishing something about his sister return. Now it's time for my real talk. And overall, this episode was interesting. I think that was kind of stupid how they had Ronnie come in that guy's house. People don't let unknown bums in their house, especially to drop a deuce. Okay, you gonna drop a 30 deuce in my house? Hell no, yo, get your bummy ass out of here. Now, if you was the local crackhead or something, that's different. You know, a couple crackheads, you know, every now and then you may know that's cool. But Ronnie, And another thing, it was good to see Brandon's cousin back, even though it was just for a limited amount of time. It's just misleading to think that black folks is owning a lot of the weed business in Chicago, and it's actually articles and stuff about how black folks is not being given a chance to own it, and there's millions of dollars in fees and things. So it's good that they showed a young brother doing it, but the reality of that is very different. And Gemma, I think because even when Kev was with Gemma, they having a little off and on. But when Trig was talking with Jake, I think Jake got some secret feelings for Gemma, and it's gonna end up probably driving a rift between Kev and Jake, because Kev already was ready to fight for her every chance he got. And so we'll see how that turned out. And how the heck did Trig find that money, and where were they, and how did he find that fast? I mean, it just didn't make any sense to me. And you can see that spot where he found it was fresh paint, freshly done. So I don't know. And Miss Ethel, that was sad that she's gone, and I felt bad for Ronnie. In life, you don't have too many people that really care about you and love you unconditionally, and when you lose those people, you rarely find somebody to take that place. And Miss Ethel was the last person on earth that gave a damn about this dude like that, and he knew it. And I felt bad for him that, yeah, he had his ups and downs and stuff, but she was like his moral compass. He was trying to get his life right before she died, to show her that he was on track. And it's just sad situation, man. You never know how much time you have, so always make the most of it. And in the end, we'll see what happens with Kiesha. I think that this next episode will be resolution, and we'll see what happened with her and do to get busted or whatever, or she'll escape, or both. So I don't know. What do you all think? Y'all let me know in your comments. Don't forget to check out my new membership area, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. Peace.